Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. A gardening video today. Haven't done one for absolutely ages. If you've been following the channel, you'll have seen that I've been off work, out of action for a few weeks now with a fractured foot. So I'm pretty much stuck at home, but I'm getting a little bit more mobile than I have been. So I've been doing a few little jobs around the house where I can, and I sent off for some plants. I got a voucher for Father's Day and bought some plants with that, and then sent off to a company called Crocus that I've used before for some plants. I'll take you a little tour around the garden. It's a while since I've done that. It's really, I'm happy. It's how I want it, is the garden. After many years of altering it, changing it, digging it up, doing it all over again, I've actually finally got it how I want it. But there's just some little gaps that need filling, as there always is with gardening. So that's what today's about. So I'll take you a little tour around the garden and then show you what I've bought, and then we'll get them planted. It's not ideal. It's about 24 today. I've got them under a parasol at the moment, keeping the sun off them. It's going to get even hotter this weekend. But I was a big believer that they're better in the ground than they are in pots. So I'm going to try and get them in this afternoon. So yeah, let's have a little wander around the garden. These are the plants. I'll come back to them in a little while. And this is my protection from the sun. So if we start here by the back door, one thing I've been very pleased with this year is the lavenders. They've been in about 3 or 4 years now, but they've done very well. This is some salvia that I put in last year. That's doing nice. And did a video for this last year. I bought about 8 of these. I think the cherry laurels. And they've more than doubled in size, maybe tripled in size since I put them in. So they're just to screen this fence, but they're going to need quite a bit of pruning. And then it's just a selection of shrubs by the fence. There's a buddleia, Japanese anemones, one of my favourite plants. These were just a couple of plants a few years back. They're real thugs in the garden. This is the pink one. My absolute favourite is the white one. Honorine Jobert it's called. There's another one of the cherry laurels here. Sambucus nigra. Cut this back to about 1.5 feet every year, and it puts on all that growth. This is one of the areas where I've bought some plants for. I forget the name of it now, but when I bought this I only bought 1 instead of 3. So I bought 2 more to go in here. And the fig tree, Pride and Joy, cost me about £15 10 years ago, 15 years ago. A nice crop of figs actually. It's great when they ripen in September. I have them on my porridge fresh from the garden. It's euphorbia, isn't it? I had originally meant to put like one there, one there, and one there, but I might put that 1, 2, 3, something like that. Yeah, just look nice in the spring. I can never remember the name of this, but it's fabulous. Again, I cut this back to about 4 foot high last autumn. Look at it. And the smell, the scent is beautiful. And underneath it is one of my many bamboos. I love them. And again, that was just a small plant in a pot 15 years ago. It's now about 5 feet across. And then just an assortment of shrubs. A nice, got that off the sick plants stand at a garden centre for about £15 a year or two back. And again, another of the cherry laurels there, and an olive tree that I bought to put in a tub. I bought 2 of them, and the new puppy, when she was a new puppy, destroyed one of them, so I stuck the other one in the garden. And then down the side of the greenhouse there's nothing much really. The crabapple tree I cut right back this last year. I just topped it off, and it's coming back lovely. And this is a cherry laurel. It's been in a year or two. I really do need to get in and hack that down a bit. It's turning into a tree, isn't it? These, I just bought these this year. Can't remember what type they are, but I saw them at a garden centre, and they're fantastic. When they grow thick, they have such like a lime green almost, and the sunlight when it's on the bamboo, it's beautiful. At the garden centre where I saw them, they were £160 for a tub. So I managed to get some from J Parker's for, these were like £32 for 2. And you can get a feel for it. It's got a nice red stem and the really sort of light green. This poppy was self-seeded. The camellia that I've moved just recently, it wasn't in I had it back there and it just didn't look right, so I moved it forward. Some sunflowers, somebody gave me some seeds, and my collection of bamboos. Black one, a yellow one, that's supposed to be a red one, I think. This one needs a lot of water though, because you can see it's starting to dry out. And again, the lavenders are doing ever so well. I actually threw this banana plant away this year. Thought it was dead. It likes to be warm. I threw it on the little compost heap that I had, and then when we got to spring I thought, I'll give it another chance. Stuck it in a pot, and that's what happened. magnolia. And my banana plant last year went, it must have been 20 foot high. So this winter I didn't cover it. I usually cover it, and I just hacked it back to here. And this is the new growth it's put on. And here, that's my little tree nursery. I like to grow trees from seeds. Oh, they need watering. The top. They're cedar of Lebanon that I planted last year. On the left there is a yew that I found in the front garden, next to the yew that I've got in the front garden. And then there's the cedar of Lebanon that's seeded this year. I'll give that some water over there before I forget. Just did a little bit of watering while I was filling the watering can. I think these probably going to need to go in bigger pots at some point. Like a lot of water, I think, the banana plants. Can we get out this way? Oh, got a visitor. What have you got? Hey? So guys, let me show you what I've got. This is what I got with my voucher I got for Father's Day. It's a salvia. Salvia hot lips. Beautiful. Bees love it. So it doesn't grow much bigger than that. It gets to about 2 foot high. So I'm going to plant them. Probably, I was thinking, maybe like here. That would contrast nicely with the Acer. Something like that. We don't like straight lines, do we? Trouble is, having said that, there's a bee on it already. So I think they'll look nice there with the look nice with the Acer. I got these. Show what they are. Anthemis tinctora. Has a pretty flower on it, perennial. Again, plant them in a little group somewhere. Got another 3 salvias because I really like these 3. This one is Salvia nemorosa, Ostfriesland. 3 of those to plant together, and then the 2, I think they're the same ones, Euphorbia amygaloides variety Rob A. I've got those to go over there. I haven't gardening with an orthopaedic boot. It could all become the rage. Maybe put those like, I was thinking of putting those like that, and that'll make maybe not getting enough sun, I'm not sure. Or water, one or the other. I think those 3 I'm thinking of putting there. Something like that. That'd be nice. Those 3 there. Those 2 there. Those 3 there. I think these salvias, I might just not sure. Little grouping here, maybe. No, I think here. Because the reason maybe like that. Because the dogs go through here. And I found, to my cost, if the dogs have got a route, leave them to it. This area under the bird table, it's a bit of a wasteland. This is mint, but nothing will grow here with the fat balls and everything, so that's going to have to be a work in progress. And lastly, most expensive buy from Crocus was another bamboo. I'm mad. Fargesia rufa. Grows about 3 meters high, but it's not quite as invasive as some of these. It forms a big old clump, but it doesn't send out shoots everywhere. And I've got it for here because I used to have a bamboo here a long time ago, and it shields this garage wall. And bearing in mind this isn't like this for a lot of the year, so, and this little tree nursery is portable, so yeah, that's going to go there. Should we go in the greenhouse? It's I'll bring you back in here before we finished actually, but I haven't gone mad with things in here this year. We might have to have that tonight. Cucumber for tea. Cucumber. And tomatoes that are doing quite well because we don't get a lot of sun in here. Anyway, I'll bring you back in here after. I think I best get these plants planted. Well, the only problem I have, I can kneel, but it's a real faff. But fortunately, when I do kneel, with having this boot on, it's brilliant. I don't actually feel anything. No pressure on my foot at all. Not feeling. I think these are plants that somebody gave me last year. I think. I'm not sure. Where are they weeds? It might be weeds. Look at the soil. It's a very hot afternoon, but fortunately quite a shady garden. South facing, but there you go. Okay, so I'm not going to even attempt to kneel down in here. That's the look I'm having at the moment. I might not get back up. That's gone. What do you think, guys? There or there? I think there. A bit back. Maybe. Oh, I have to stand up. Blimey. Oh, I'm in hay fever. Not good. There you go, guys. So the salvia hot lips, I think they look great there with the acer behind them. I was going to take a break, but it's lovely and quiet here at the moment. Usually starts to get a bit busy and noisy in about another 20 minutes. So I'm going to crack on. fantastic there. Okay guys, so just the bamboo to go. As I say, this is just temporary, so as it establishes, be able to move this somewhere else. Nice easy hole to dig here, because this is where the camellia came from. There we go. I think that'll spread to about 3 foot, and then I'll say it'll go about 9 foot up. So that'd be lovely. The camellia. There you go then guys, that's the bit of planting done. The new bamboo. The new salvias, hot lips. I wouldn't have done it on such a hot afternoon, but as I say, I do think plants are better off in the garden than in pots in this weather. The 2 new euphorbias, the 3 new salvias. Can't remember what they are, but I said at the beginning. Time I made myself a cup of tea and went in the greenhouse, I think. Here we go then guys. Alright, what's changed in here? I've still got my little collection of succulents and cactuses. Still got the Christmas lights up, as you can see. That's a tree. Can't remember where it is. It's some sort of Italian pine. Bought it. I couldn't resist it. It was just, I think it was in like the bonsai section, but it's growing into a tree. And as I say, the tomatoes and hey Callie, hey. She's become a very bad habit of eating the birdseed, so we haven't been putting so much out. Sit, yeah, sit. First time I've sat in this wicker chair since I had my accident. I didn't realise how uncomfortable it was. Hey baby, hey, hey, hey. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. I decided last year I was going to try and put a few more flowers in for the bees. I'm very much into like evergreen bamboos, used to like hostas, ferns. I had to change, got rid of the hostas and ferns, gave them all away a few years ago. I do like that sort of tropical evergreen feeling in a garden, but last year I decided to try and put a few more flowers in for the bees, which is what we've done this afternoon. There's a few gaps, not many. I like to leave paths. I noticed Monty Don did a programme about designing gardens for dogs, and he got the idea. I watched one of his programmes where he got the idea from a garden designer who watched where his dogs went and didn't plant any plants where the dogs walked, because dogs tend to walk around gardens the same way. I never knew that, as in let's make a TV programme about it, but if you've had dogs for a long time, you soon find out which ones they flatten. So there are gaps in this garden that will have to stay, because that's the paths the dogs take. But there's other areas where they never walk. So if you get it right, you can get a nice balance. But I've filled most of the gaps I wanted to fill now. Probably need about another dozen plants maybe. But the weather's amazing at the moment, and it's going to get even better, I think, over the next few weeks. So I'll try and think of a few more gardening videos, because I can't really get out and do the kind of walking videos I used to do. But with this boot on, I'm quite safe. This remarkable piece of kit, really, it just completely immobilises your ankle. So I think I'm pretty safe, you know, wandering around the garden with it on. So I'll try and think of a few more gardening videos. Till I'm back fully. And as I've said all along, I'm very, very grateful that my fall wasn't worse than it was, but it's still flipping frustrating. But it could have been a lot worse. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. It really helps the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, they all say it, don't they? Please subscribe. This channel's kind of stagnated a bit recently, being on the same amount of followers for seems like months. So if you do like the channel, do consider subscribing. It's free. I'd love to hear from you about anything, my walking videos, gardening, dogs, whatever. But until the next time, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to leave you with an image of this Salvia Hot Lips. I think it's fantastic. Let me show you. It will be, a year or so, it'll be incredible. It's pretty nice now.